What up, it's Dane here. In this video I'm going to tell you how to get bigger calves. So bearing in mind that your calves are literally probably the most genetically influenced muscle group, and the lower the calf muscle inserts into the bone, especially the gastrocnemius, the more muscle building potential. Okay, so here's the number one reason why most people cannot grow their calves. And that exactly is bouncing when you're training your calves. And the reason this is not optimal is because you need to understand that the Achilles tendon stores and contributes a lot of elastic energy. Therefore, much of the force is going to come from the tendon rather than putting an emphasis and more tension on the muscle itself. So for this reason, I recommend you pause for 1 to 2 seconds at the bottom of each rep, which you're going to lift less weight, but you're going to put more tension on the muscle, not the tendon. Okay, so here are the 6 steps that you must follow in order to get bigger calves. Step number 1 is vary your rep ranges. Now the reason you want to do this is because there are 2 primary muscles in the calves, the gastrocnemius and the soleus or soleus, however you want to say it. But the gastrocnemius is more fast twitch muscle fibers, which means it might respond better to lower reps, whereas the soleus is the complete opposite. It's more of a slow twitch muscle fiber and more of an endurance muscle fiber. Therefore, you might also want to do higher reps. And number 2 is increase volume and frequency. So the reason you might want to increase the frequency of how many times per week you train your calves is because, like I said, the soleus or soleus is more of an endurance type muscle fiber. Therefore, it might be able to recover a lot faster in between these sessions. Number 2 is that calf training is a single joint exercise, so it doesn't attack the neuromuscular system as much, and it doesn't use a lot of energy in itself. Step number 3 is vary your knee position. The gastrocnemius crosses the knee joint, whereas the soleus does not, which means that if you do a standing calf raise, you're going to activate more of the gastrocnemius and target more of that muscle. However, if you do something seated, like a seated calf raise, you're going to target more of the soleus and not the gastrocnemius. And number 4, vary your feet position. So rotating your feet outwards will target more of the medial head, while rotating your feet inwards will target more of the lateral head. And number 5, train through a full range of motion. There is tons of evidence showing that training through a full range of motion is more superior for muscle growth, especially when you're training muscle groups or muscle at longer lengths. Meaning, if we had to do a seated calf raise, we would probably want to do at the bottom, just pause for, like I said, 1 to 2 seconds, and really emphasizing the eccentric portion of the lift. And number 6 is prioritize. It makes quite logical sense that if you train the muscle group that you want to bring up the most, put it at the start of the workout. Now, you're probably worrying about your squats, deadlifts, whatever else you're going to train by. Calf raises, like I said, it does attack your neuromuscular system as much and doesn't use a lot of energy. Therefore, it probably won't affect the rest of your workout. Okay, so here's a real basic calf workout routine that you can follow today. Get those calves growing, and remember, if you enjoyed the video, please let me know down in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay positive, stay smiling, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Let's get it.